So one of the big problems with fusarium head blight control with fungicide is when scab is a problem, it means it's raining. Typically you have the highest levels of scab when it's raining during our flowering time. So we typically recommend fungicide application at flowering, but from a practical standpoint, sometimes growers can't get in to apply that fungicide at that flowering growth stage. Or even if they do, it rains right after they finish applying. So one of the big questions growers have asked is how rainfast is the fungicides, or are the fungicides for head scab control? And by rainfastness, it means if it rains, how soon after it rains I can still see effective control with that fungicide even if it rains. And that's what we refer to as rainfastness in a very simple definition. So what we're doing here is looking at Prosaro, Caramba, and Miravis Ace and looking at their rainfastness. This was a project funded by the U.S. Wheat and Barley Scab Initiative as well as the Ohio Wheat Checkoff. And what we did here is we applied fungicides to these plots, and then we came back in and we applied different amounts of rain at different times. In other words, we use irrigation sprinklers to apply different amounts of rain at different times. And then we evaluated disease, and we're going to evaluate mycotoxin levels or DON levels, vomitoxin levels, to see how effective these fungicides are at controlling the disease. What we do is compare our treatments with fungicide and rain to our treatment, to our check or reference fungicides and no rain. And then if the treatment controls the disease at levels very similar to the levels with fungicide and no rain, then that fungicide treatment is considered to be rainfast. It's an important piece of research that can help inform growers that you don't need to change your mind about applying fungicide if it rains. If you apply the fungicide and you use a surfactant, it is still pretty rainfast. Based on 1 year of data that we've collected so far, it seems like Prosaro, Caramba, and Miravis Ace are very rainfast within the first 15 minutes after that fungicide is applied, once it's used with a surfactant or crop oil like Induce. That would be the best way to get the most effective performance on the rainfall conditions. We've got treatments in here where we look at these same fungicides without the surfactant, and they're not as good. So again, the take-home message, if you're applying the fungicide and it's raining, once you use a surfactant, all three of these fungicides that we've looked at so far are very rainfast if it's used with a surfactant. If you don't use a surfactant, then it's not as rainfast. I can't say how well all the different types of surfactant work. I only use one surfactant so far, but the next stage of this project is to play around with different surfactants to see how well they work.